Hey guys, it's Ezra and I run the Flow and Fight channel. So this weekend I had a super fight, my first super fight ever. It was in Anaheim with Daima Events. They're a small business and they're they're kind of up and coming. They're starting to do more and more events. So this was their second annual event. So a lot of my friends, they did it last year and it's at a brewery actually. And I love beer. Love a good beer, so figured it was perfect. I'm in a group chat with them and someone dropped out of the match last minute and I was able to fill the spot. Yeah, the guy, I'm not gonna lie, he was a belt below me, and then I bumped up a weight though. So I usually do 170, I did 185, but the guy was a belt below me, so it's kind of unfair, I will admit. So it was unfair, and so of course I'm gonna make it more unfair and try to do a rare submission. So ultimately, my goal was to do a Z-lock to get my opponent very tired, kind of like play with my food a little bit, like demonstrate a lot of the moves I've been working on. Because the benefit of a super fight is you don't have to rush. Like in a super fight, you only have one match, so you can empty the whole clip. You can use your entire gas tank. Whereas in a tournament, usually I try to submit my matches as fast as possible. You know, I'm looking to conserve energy and like boom, 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 just go right through everyone, because eventually you're going to run into someone really good and you're going to have to empty the clip on them to win the match, especially if you're close in level. Luckily, I was like, okay, I only have one match. I don't have to worry about another match after, so I can really plan out what I want to do. So I created a game plan, and what was good about the game plan is you always have to have contingencies. So a plan A, a plan B. For example, my game plan, because I was very confident I was winning, like it's like Danaher says, you need 5 areas of jiu-jitsu. I only did 3 because I'm like, I'm only going to be in these 3. Also, I know what to do in all 5, but let's focus on the 3. So I did wrestling, guard, and I did passing. And although I used all 3 of them, I only really needed to use 2 of them. And an extra credit one was the actual submission. And I had that planned out. It was a good event, but I ended up breaking my nose. So as I came up to sweep, I broke my nose, and basically like you can technical stand up out of a position. So somehow I think I shoot a single as I'm coming up on that single, like to finish the shot. He starts technical standing up, and instead of conceding the sweep, he just kneed me, and my nose broke. You can kind of see here like black eye, and then you'll notice this bone is a bit out. Honestly, it's looking a lot better today, but I always had a deviated septum, but now I have like a little tilt. I can breathe okay, but I have to the sad part is I have to take a week or 2 off jiu-jitsu, which is, sometimes you need breaks anyway. Okay, so today we're going to be breaking down the match, actually. I got a lot of the stuff I wanted to do to work, and mount was actually my plan B. So I was able to get a submission from mount and demonstrate my mount game. There was a lot more I wanted to show that I didn't get to show in the match, but once I started bleeding so much, I really needed to rush because I had to stop bleeding, you know? But okay, guys, good stuff, and we'll get into the video. I'm going to break down the entire match. Alrighty, so the match begins. I pull guard, looking to get on the legs, make a connection. He's being kind of he's being not stally, but he's legs back. He doesn't want to get entangled, which is smart. Snap on the head, making grips on the arms, but I'm really looking to enter the legs. I get X, single leg X. He pulls out. I try to technical stand up. All good. I'll just sweep him again. Just wrestling. See this elbow pass right here. Guess anytime someone grabs your collar tie, you can just grab the elbow pass. Pull guard again. Just hand fighting here. I'm mainly the attacker. He's a little bit nervous about engaging my guard. I would be happy if he steps in and tries to pass, but you see he's always kind of engaging and going backwards. Like, see, I lie down, he doesn't do anything. He's just trying not to be submitted and get entangled. All good. More hand fighting. He's staying far back. Boom, I shoot. Take him down. And then, yeah, the choke's not even on. I get the sweep, and then we're on the edge. He knees me in the head, and I guess I just let him up. I'm like very disoriented right now, and I'm a little out of it, so I'm like, fuck, I have to wrestle. But I think I'm going to end up pulling guard once I kind of get my bearings straight, because I'm a little, oh, pull guard. Now I'm noticing, like, I think I'm about to start bleeding. Good, he hits the head. Finally, I'm on my back. He finally engages for a pass, half-heartedly, and trying to entangle him, but the blood is starting to increase. It's going to start flowing in a second. And I start bleeding. Alrighty, so I try to entangle him into half guard there. He pushes back. We go back to hand fighting, and I'm going to make a grip on the elbow. And then I'm going to scoot in, get into X. I don't have a great grip though, like he's kind of I don't control his leg well enough. So I try to just get an easy sweep, doesn't work out. Now here, this is an interesting one. I'm going to shoot from guard. It's because he straightens his leg and gives me the leg. So right there I go cross grip on the leg, shoot in, Gary Tonin, Gordon Ryan style. I work around the legs, head on one side, hips on the other. And then I just pick up the ankle so he can't stand up, but should have just let him stand up and not get kneed.
I saw you do your little leg flick. Just go in.
I know. Should I jump on choke?
Alrighty, so we get all the board cleaned up, shake hands. Now I'm just going to wrestle because I only have 3 minutes left, and the Z-Lock plan is now abandoned. We come in with some hard collar ties. It's getting a little chippy, I guess, but I'm not afraid of that. I've actually been wrestling for years. And this guy has nothing on the feet for me. Like, he's grabbing the head, but every time he grabs the head, he's giving the elbow pass. I think this guy was pretty easy to grab his elbows. I offer him my leg. He doesn't take it. But I get 2-on-1, tap that elbow. Wasn't there for the Kesikatame. More pressure, snap the head, or snap. Yeah. Ashi slide. Almost was on that leg. But it was tricky to grab this guy's leg. They really game planned for me well, like not giving the initial grip. Something I could work on more. Tighter single leg X grips and a tighter arm grip, 100%. So I go for this arm drag. This one's in for real. And we'll break that down more how I spin around. He eventually gets out. I just shrug the arm by. I'm not afraid of asphalt. And this is a good thing right here. Keep your face against them the whole time. Don't back down. It's very important to not back down. Boom, shoot right in. Take him down. They're all scared of the asphalt. I don't know, have they never been to like a jiu-jitsu competition or a fight or something? But it's okay. I'm not gonna... actually, I would put him on the asphalt, so... Alright, I get the over-under. He grabs the neck. He's screwed, basically. Like, the pass is already in. If he had a really firm grip on my neck, he could bridge and maybe do something. In other matches, I have been not countered, but I've been stopped from this position, nullified. But eventually I'm going to switch to a crossface instead of like this near side underhook. Once I get the crossface, I have the Von Flu option. So keeping the arm there is now a mistake. I have that near side elbow position, so I'm going to bring this knee in, boom, and my head's already in Katakatame, arm triangle, right? I use my foot here, stepping on him. So this is like, I'm so attached. He's trying to give the back, I'm not letting him. I'm squeezing the arm triangle, he feels it, and then his arm's on the inside, so I go triangle, triangle armbar dilemma, relock a triangle here, I'm going to switch up to a belly down armbar, and he taps. You can't really see, but the armbar was super in. Alrighty, so here I set up the Ashi slide, controlling the head and the elbow. I slide in, kicking him in the butt, right on the bottom of the spine. When I grab the leg, though, I don't have a sticky enough grip on the back of his leg, and he's able to slide his leg out. So this was a really good attempt by me and one of my favorite moves. If you don't know the Ashi slide, I recommend learning it. Gordon Ryan famously did this in that 11-second match at ADCC. So you make a grip on the head, grip on the elbow or the wrist, and you slide in between their legs. You really need to make a super sticky grip, either false grip on the back of the leg, maybe don't take that grip because that's what failed me. So you probably want to go straight to a tight Achilles and kind of lock him down into a single leg X, Irimi Ashi Garami. And I'm going to set up an arm drag on him. Basically, when I get this arm drag, I'm going to have one hand behind the elbow and one on the wrist. So it's a 2-on-1. My job then is to get an angle on his back. I can do this by circling on my feet, but the asphalt's there, so I pull guard with it. It's a really good sliding technique, but ultimately, I'm not able to get it. But he's kind of showing what I want. Like, I shrug him by here, but now I know I'm going to shoot on that right leg. It's easy to move that elbow, so once I move his hand out of the way, he can't punch an underhook and defend his leg. So right away, coming with that elbowy snap, elbow pass right here, shoot, been setting that up the whole time, boom, trip him down, right into an over-under pass. Alrighty, so I get my over-under grips, and I beat this inside knee, so it's basically over before it even starts. And I just gotta take my time. Eventually he's gonna let go of my head, or what he ends up doing is he keeps my head. Since he keeps my head, I have the option to attack a Von Flue or an arm triangle. You see how my over-under pass gave me this near side underhook? I need to start transitioning my left arm to get a crossface and start trapping and really locking his head down. All I need to do here to get past his elbow and move to mount is kind of do like a hip switch where I go in front of this elbow, right? And I'm going to do a hip switch right here, and then I'll bring knee on belly and move towards mount. If his elbow was always on the inside, he would do a knee elbow escape and kind of screw me over. But I get the mount, and then right away, I'm prepared for the bridge. So you're going to see I'm kind of scraping his body down, using my feet, using my hooks, and I'm going to climb him. So the feet, you really want to be up by the hips here, and I have the arm triangle already locked up. Him bridging made it worse for himself because I'm slowly climbing, and then I get my knees right up on his armpits, and I'm already over one of the legs. Since it's on the inside, I can go for this triangle right here, but I rush the armbar and lose the hand in the process. But I kind of relock this false triangle right here, and then I switch it off to a belly down armbar. This was actually super tight, and I felt I could break his arm, but he tapped. So let's just discuss some pros and cons of taking the match. I would say a pro was more mat time, some more experience. An interesting thing about competing is you might want to display a bunch of new moves you have, but you also are in a match and you still need to win. So you're going to have to pull out your techniques that are your bread and butter techniques, your A game, right? And slowly with time, we're able to use our B and our C games. So that was the benefit of taking a match against a lower skill level opponent. And that's not to be like disparaging. I've just done jiu-jitsu for years longer and a lot more grappling experience, right? Some cons of the match. I broke my nose, right? That's a big con. Now I have to take time off of training, but there's always a hidden benefit. I get to focus more on my YouTube now and let my body heal up fully, and then I can prepare fully for the season. But it's a big con. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Jiu-jitsu is my life. I moved like from 2 hours north of here in the middle of nowhere. I moved for jiu-jitsu, and this is like my dream. I have only a handful of years left. I'm trying to become a jiu-jitsu world champion. I only have a handful of years left, to be honest, and then I will no longer compete in jiu-jitsu. So either I'm gonna fail my dream, or I'm gonna achieve it, and I have to be accepting of that, right? So setbacks like this are part of the process, but they're not ideal at all. And part of me like having this dream means I don't get to make as much money or live as good of a life as other people. Maybe I recognize my privilege. Like, I live on the West Coast. I live in California. I'm like in a Western country, but in the US, like, we don't have healthcare and stuff, right? And even if I did, I don't have insurance anymore. I'm not gonna lie. Don't get me in trouble, but yeah, I don't have insurance, and so I can't afford to like get my nose fixed. I can't afford an X-ray. Like, I could, but for the way I do my finances, it's not going to work out, right? I'm not willing to go into debt for this. So I'm just accepting my nose being broken. So, and my mom was there. She was like, this was a net loss. She told me, she keeps it real with me. She's like, this is a net loss. Like, you went against some random dude and he broke your nose. Yeah, it was an easy match, but was it really worth it? And whenever someone asks you, like, whenever you get injured in a competition, someone's like, was it really worth it? If you don't say yeah, I don't know if it's good. Like, you better say yeah. Like, yeah, it was worth it. I'm a fighter and I'm going to do this, right? You got to always have the right mindset. Sorry if it got a little serious for a second, but I'm just saying, like, this is all I have. So whenever I'm messing around or not doing the right things, I'm failing myself. I'm failing my dream. And I'm going to have to live with that for the rest of my life. But that's something a lot of people in the world don't have, like a deep passion like this. So I'm very lucky. Another benefit was I was there to do kind of some marketing, to meet more people, be more social, and meet more people in the jiu-jitsu community, get my name out there. This is a big reason I was there, right? To get my first super fight, even if it's at a smaller show, and kind of build myself up. Because it's those little battles over and over again that leads to big growth, the compounding effect. Also, a Latina baddie was trying to talk to me. So there's that. But that being said, really happy with how the channel has been going. I'm happy to kind of formally introduce myself to you guys, tell you what I'm all about, and I'll keep the analysis videos going. I'm working on the stretching video. I'm not supposed to do yoga or anything for a couple days because I'll start bleeding, but this won't set me back too long, and I'm really grateful for all the love and support I've been getting on the channel. And I know it's kind of tough. Sometimes I have bad audio or I have different issues or I mess things up on the channel, and thank you for being gracious with me. Flow and Fight out.
When did it come back to school?